My experience on the SCITT has been amazing from start to finish. Everyone was so supportive, approachable. We got to teach a different range of abilities, which was really good and helped to prepare us for when we did actually get to start in September.
It's not about the course that you're doing, but about the schools that you work with and the quality of support that's provided.
One of the advantages of working in the SCITT is that you'll be immersed in a school from day one. You will become a member of staff in the schools in which you're working. And that's really important to us because we want you to feel like you belong and that you belong to the schools and you belong to Endeavour Learning SCITT.
I did thoroughly research the options versus a uni-based course or whether school-based course, and I was a bit unsure to start with, but then when I came here and saw how it worked, it was decided for me.
You know, there's no amount of money that could really cover the value of what we get to learn.
I don't personally think you can learn it from a book. I think you need to be with the students, with other teachers, really kind of getting to know you and how you are going to be as a teacher, how you're going to be a leader with those children. Being in the school has really helped me do that and understand really quickly where my strengths are, where I need to improve, getting that constant feedback, which means that you can put into practice that feedback instantly rather than having to wait maybe till the next term or your next placement. It can be the very next lesson.
I definitely think the more time you get to spend in a classroom, the better it's going to prepare you really for what the job entails.
I really liked the idea of being straight in the classroom rather than having to wait weeks in the university side of things.
As a mentor, I am a trainee's first point of contact for any support that they may need, whether that is pedagogical support, managing workload, or even helping out with personal problems.
It's a fantastic opportunity to work with teachers across the trust to hone your own practice and get ideas on teaching, lesson planning, the curriculum.
That feedback is constant after every single lesson. As soon as the lesson finishes, I always get that feedback, which helps me plan my next lesson.
A problem shared is a problem halved, so make sure you do utilise the mentors that are available and the close-knit of the SCITT peer group.
It can be daunting and challenging for a trainee initially to manage the behaviour of a class, so as part of my role I can give some tips and some hints in order to support the trainee to become even better at managing the class.
Everyone will help you, they will offer you so much guidance, so much support, and you really feel like you're not alone, you're on this journey with everybody.
It's important when you're having a bad day that you're able to speak to people who are able to help you.
As a mentor, as well as providing feedback, we really encourage self-reflection to improve your day-to-day practice.
The mentor compared it to their own experience when they started, which was really helpful for me because I knew I'm not the only one in this kind of situation, so it was easier to pass it and move on and to the next challenge.
They can pass on their wisdom, they can pass on what works best with which children, and you will get to know your children in your classes very quickly, and they will hand over the teaching to you in stages so that you become more and more confident.
It's not long after your first experience of teaching that you have a second experience, and it really gets you into the rhythm of teaching.
As a trainee, you will be mentored by someone from within your subject specialism, so they can pass on their expertise, which will help you to develop your own teaching style.
I think here they focus on your strength and they let you know when you're doing something really good, and I've been told, you know, you should be really proud of this, even though there might have been things that weren't perfect, obviously, because we're trainees. They do let you know when you do something good, and it just really boosts your confidence.
Every day is different, you know, you get different responses every day. You might be teaching the same lesson, but the response will be different. The kids are funny, like it's a great environment. There's no better people to work with. Just each lesson you might just have like a eureka moment with a kid that you've not had before, and it's really good to see and watch them grow. And then, you know, some days it won't go as well, but that's okay because it's a long-term project and you're constantly working with them and trying to get those victories with them and help them succeed. We're in school 4 days a week, Monday to Thursday, and then Friday we come to Tarleton Academy and we get to see all the other trainees. Share each other's successes and share each other's failures and realise, you know, we're all in it together. It's a really supportive atmosphere, really supportive environment where it's okay to make mistakes and learn from them.
In the past, I have been a swimming teacher for 20 years, and I also used to train the swimming teachers to become teachers as well. The business that I was involved in went under, so I started to look at what else I could do, and I knew that I loved teaching. I still also have that passion for science, which is my subject area, so I used those skills to come into teaching. It just all made sense, and here I am now.
I could really see the people behind the trust and what the SCITT actually was, and seeing the integrity that went behind it, that just led me to believe, you know, this is exactly what I'm supposed to be doing.
Teaching is a demanding profession. Managing your time is an important skill. It's one of the skills that we'll look at as we go through the course.
One thing that stood out for me about Endeavour Learning Trust was that they put such a big focus on work-life balance. Although it is a challenging career and can consume a lot of your time, as a trust for staff and for the trainees, we're very much encouraged to make sure we spend time away from work too. So that's something that definitely stood out for me.
I knew my career wasn't quite right for me, and once I'd had some experience here at Endeavour, witnessing the passion and the enthusiasm and the love for the subject that I also love, I knew that teaching was the right step for me.
This course also gives you the opportunity to complete a PG Cert in education. That gives you 60 credits towards a Masters in Education. We'll ask you to complete two assignments that dovetail with the work that you're doing in the classroom. It asks you to engage with the research on certain topics, and the aim is not for this to be seen as a bolt-on, but it really works to help you understand what it is you're doing in the classroom and helps you to become a better, more reflective teacher.
Being inspected and getting an outstanding judgment with Ofsted for our school-centred initial teacher training, we were really proud of that as well, because we've worked really hard to make a really bespoke programme that feeds into our passion for teacher training.